with tip-off.
Hey, Kevin. Whoop.
It does indeed. Thanks, David. Here are the starters for Brooklyn. Harris is out there with Durant. Then it's Harden. Then there's DeAndre Jordan. And it's Dinwiddie in at the shooting guard position. And for the Clippers, Patrick Beverley out there with Paul George. Then it's Ivica Zubac. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Cousins in at the four-man position. Durant finds Jordan. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. 2 terrific defenses tonight, Greg. They do it in a variety of ways. It's been hard for either team to score.
You know, strong on ball, in help, in transition, and both coaches doing such a great job of making the adjustments. And listen, the reality is defense still can be a factor in determining who wins and who loses.
And we're seeing it right before our eyes. And so the Los Angeles Clippers get the first points of the ballgame. Harden kicks to KD. Jordan high post. Working on Zubac. Harden's shot is off. And here's Cousins. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. Here's Leonard. Good. And it's Cousins picking up the assist.
Boy, a very capable passer. DeMarcus Cousins does a solid job recognizing where to go with the ball.
Harden the pass to Durant. And then Durant with the jam.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
And guys, I like the fact that he chose the one-hand tomahawk slam because you get a little higher when you go off one hand and 1 foot.
Here is Harden. Clippers able to drain the 3. To the inside, and DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
Hey, we know Harden can score it, but he also has great vision.
George dishes to Leonard. Pass to Zubac. In the corner, George with it. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
And early on, they look great. They've made all 4 of their shots to start this game.
Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Here's Harden. Oh, that was a strong dunk.
And Harden, an absolutely vicious dunker. Terrific at bouncing towards the rim, but the epic throwdown.
Leonard inside. Harris is there. Zubac finds Leonard, and he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. Leonard's got his second bucket tonight.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
It's Harden with the drive. Basket good.
And, you know, Harden has that quick first step. Once he sees a lane to the rim, he's going to take it.
And it's kind of the running joke when you think of James Harden, often maligned for his lack of effort defensively, but quite honestly, I thought he improved a great deal a season ago.
And, you know, Greg, I observed the same thing. His overall commitment was better. And not just steals and blocks either. I'm just talking about his awareness, his commitment to that end of the floor. It was a focal point. If he continues on that track, I think he's going to make an impact at that end as well.
Here is Harden. Paul George making his last shot. Harris kicks to Harden. Shot clock at 6. Brooklyn needs to get off a shot here. Bucket is good. Jordan's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Offense in the paint is what his coaching staff is looking for from Jordan.
Tipped away. And there's the call on DeAndre Jordan. That is his first foul of the game. And a new group out there on the floor for the Nets. Pass to Beverley. Kicks it out to Leonard. Zubac the pass to Leonard. The shot misses. The Nets go the other way with it. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Yeah, the defender all over.
He got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And as for last season, he was a 74% shooter at the line.
LA's gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
That's his second foul of the first quarter, and they may want to sit him for a while to avoid number 3.
Irving passes to Claxton. Brown against Kennard. Brown drives in.
Okay, 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right?
That's right. He was ultra safe with that dunk, no question.
And he should be. I mean, remove all doubt. Get it down, hard, and simple.
Here's Jackson, and he uses the glass on the layup.
And with the defender draped all over him, Jackson has that strength to fight through the contact.
Irving passes to Claxton. Now the pass to Irving. Takes the 3. Claxton. Wow, he nails the buzzer beater. It's all tied here in Los Angeles. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen so far from the Clippers, guys. What are your thoughts?
Impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
Yeah, you know what? Makes it really easy for the coaching staff in that case. No adjustments needed. Just keep on keeping on.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. Setting the floor for the Clippers. Morris is out there with Ibaka. And there's Jackson. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's man in at the small forward position. Here's Irving. The Clippers getting the bucket. And there's the call on Patrick Beverley. That'll be his second foul of the game. Irving looking over the floor. Over Beverley. Claxton the pass to Irving. Here's Claxton. And with the rebound. Brown against Jackson. Here's Morris. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Boy, your alma mater, UNLV, Greg, has produced some great NBA players over the years. I mean, so many great names.
No doubt about it. Listen, I got a special place in my heart for my former teammates Larry Johnson and Stacey Augmon.
Right.
But also guys like Sean Marion. You go back to Reggie Theus, who was a tremendous player. And right now in the league, you got Kim Birch, dunk champ Derrick Jones, and up-and-comer in Christian Wood.
Good mentions. Zubac kicks to George. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. 6 to shoot. Nobody near Leonard. Off target from three-point range. And it's Irving with the ball for Brooklyn. They trail by 1. And that'll be 2 free throws coming. And here we go with the coach's challenge. A surprise in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Now, here's Zubac. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Here's Leonard, and he finishes nicely on the layup. And the Clippers lead by 1.
And he moves so well. When Leonard drives the lane, it's pretty much a guaranteed bucket. Terrific body control, and he plays with the ultimate force.
Moving against Kennard. Brown the pass to Claxton. Back to Brown. In the corner, it's Griffin. And the rejection by Zubac. Here's George. Kyrie Irving with the rebound. Stolen by George. Takes it out to Leonard. Back to George. Three-pointer. And Leonard gets it to go on the assist by George. Leonard's got 9 points.
Leonard has really become so good at catching and firing. I mean, he doesn't allow the defense any time to alter his shot.
Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Harden the pass to Jordan, and DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
Boy, this is where Jordan really does most of his eating, finishing after setting a solid screen.
Outside Leonard. A three-pointer, no good. Nets have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Durant kicks to Dinwiddie. From outside, off the mark. The Clippers in the lead. Leonard the pass to Cousins. Now Zubac. Back to Cousins. Pass to Zubac. Now here's Cousins. Kicks it out to Leonard. Clock at 6. Back to Cousins. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Tips it up. Cousins on the follow.
Cousins doing a nice job using that big body of his to get another possession for his team.
George against Harden. Knocked loose. Nets trail by 4. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Jordan trying to free himself up.
Boy, that's an example of Durant's basketball IQ and awareness, both platinum level.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 4 of 8 so far here in the second quarter. Leonard on the wing. Outside, George. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Well, you have to be really on your toes when you're defending Paul George. He's excellent when it comes to using the pump fake to draw fouls.
And Los Angeles will go for a different look here.
Yeah, nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
My kind of hoops. Straight ahead, playing downhill, and physical.
Now here's Durant. Harris outside. Back to Durant. It's stolen by Morris. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Ibaka dishes to George. Left side, Ibaka. Outside for George. Good on the jump shot. George has got the lead up to 6 now for Los Angeles.
Boy, the confidence that George brings to his game is also confidence that impacts and injects his teammates. He's a high-octane scorer who's ready to go as soon as the game starts and whenever he gets the ball.
Nice there, getting the reverse. Love that. And the fans got a little bit of a show there.
Guys, that one definitely had a little something extra. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Clipper.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. A pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. The largest lead they had was 6. And that's...
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. It's been one outstanding game from George.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
Setting the floor for the Nets. Jordan is out there with Durant. Then there's Harris. Then it's Harden, and it's Dinwiddie in at the 2 spot. Ibaka, the pass to Beverly. That one falls. Beverly's got 7 points in the game.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
Harden kicks to Dinwiddie. Over Beverly. It's tipped. Now the Clippers moving it up. Jackson's got the ball. Good D by Harden.
Good offense squaring up against better D there. You got to appreciate that stop.
Durant wide open. He fires. drills the three-pointer. Durant's got his second basket of the game.
You know, sometimes you just assume this shot is falling before it goes in. Durant's outside jumper is that deadly.
And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yeah, if that's a harbinger of things to come, he's looking at having a very big second half.
And Reggie Jackson, the former 24th pick by the Thunder, wasn't content to back up Westbrook. He basically forced his way out in search of a larger role.
Harden the pass to Jordan. Takes the 13-footer. That one off the back iron and out.
Tell you what, guys, you don't see that often. I mean, when he's this open, usually it's lights out.
Back to Cousins. 100 kicks to Zubats. Pass to Cousins. Count that one.
Tell you what, Cousins knows he's got the green light to take these quick catch-and-shoot shots, and he's confident in doing so.
Harden the pass to KD. You know, winning that championship as you did, Greg, for UNLV, many people don't remember you played much of that season with a broken jaw.
Well, Kevin, I don't remember much of it, to be honest with you. It was pretty hazy. I lost 19 pounds over the course of the season.
Oh,
I was
goodness.
Championship night, I was 168 pounds.
No
And
kidding.
yeah. Well, I was wired shut
Wow.
for 8 weeks. Did miss a game, but I tell you what, I don't know if I would do that today. But, you know, it did turn out well with the championship.
As I recall, you broke it against Fresno State, correct?
Yes, yeah, got my legs taken out from under me and broke the fall with my face.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, ouch.
One of the things you've got to admire and respect about him is his aggressiveness at the offensive end, always in attack mode.
Here is Ibaka. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Passes to Kennard. And the Clippers miss again. Nets trail by 4. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Paul George is checked in for Jackson. Morris, left side. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. George has got 3 assists in the game. Brown kicks to Irving. There's 1:40 left in the third. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
I think he's the most creative finisher in the league. Irvin's so good at finding holes in the defense.
And the officials call him for a 3-second violation. Nets trail by 4. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. And he banks in the layup. Irving's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
The shot by George, wide open. But they get it back. He feeds it to Morris. George trying to break free. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Such a versatile offensive threat. Morris draws his fair share of foul.
And the Clippers making a change here. Jackson's checked in. Brooklyn's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. The deep 3 from Irving. Luwawu, the pass to Irving. And he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron. A chance at a 2-for-1 if they want it.
If I'm them, I try it.
Jackson kicks to Ibaka. The rebound by the Nets. Claxton's got 4 rebounds in this game. It's stolen by Morris. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
And last year, excellent at the free throw line. Just a shade under 90%.
And guys, the numbers don't lie. I mean, he was such a reliable presence at the free throw line. all throughout last season.
And it's Irving with the ball for the Nets. 4-point game from deep. Rebounded by Serge Ibaka. Clippers have gone 4 of 9 from the floor so far in the third. And there's the pass to Man. Up top, Ibaka. Morris, left side. Shoots over Griffin. And good. Got the English that time as it falls. Morris has got 7 points.
This is where Morris can kill you. He's pretty much playing that in-between game.
And so it's Los Angeles with a 6-point. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And, you know, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
It sure is. I mean, he's a maestro. Great vision, terrific IQ, everything you want in a point guard.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. We've got Reggie Jackson. Morris is out there with Ibaka. Then it's Luke Kennard. And it's Man in at the 3 slot. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Shot clock at 2. Durant, no good. Clippers leading by 6. Kennard, the pass to Morris. And now the fast break. Durant with the ball. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Yeah, you look at Durant's numbers, 50, 40, 90. He's made that club multiple times. One of the few players to accomplish that. And he seems to threaten those numbers virtually every year.
And as expected, Kevin Durant sitting out all of last season, recovering from the Achilles injury. Glad to see him back on the floor.
I agree with you, and it was absolutely a no-brainer for Kevin to sit out the season. That type of injury, you give it all the time you need, and the Nets knew that. They knew when the deal was done that he was going to most likely miss the season. And yet, they did the right thing, and when you have a guy like KD, you want to make sure you're not rushing him back. You want him fully ready when it's time for him to go.
An elite rim protector, Ibaka has the highly desired combination of athleticism and timing.
Jackson against Harden. Now here's Jackson. Not a lot of room. Can't hit from the low block. And he commits the intentional foul. And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. Nets trail by 4. Harden outside. And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half in this fourth quarter. Buries it from 3-point range. KD's got 10 points in just the second half.
When you've got the kind of game and shot Durant has, you don't lack for confidence. He is ready to catch and fire whenever he gets the opportunity.
The offensive rebound, Zubats. Leonard kicks to Cousins. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And Jordan sends it back.
Hey, you know he's around, and that's what he does. DeAndre Jordan throwing that shot out of there.
The Nets have gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. Dinwiddie passes to Harris. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone.
And they have scraped and clawed to get back into this thing, just chipping away little by little and finally now taking the lead.
In a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for Brooklyn.
Boy, guys, I really like how they've driven the ball to the basket in this game. I mean, they've been very aggressive with it.
Yeah, but they also never seem to get cold from mid-range. Just kept hitting those shots with consistency.
The Nets with the lead. Durant with it. Leonard picks him up. Dinwiddie wide open. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. Leonard attacking, and he can't stop this drought. Another miss. One-on-one here. Harden the pass to Jordan. Pass to Harris. Back to Jordan. Outside for Durant. And Kevin Durant with the slam.
No stage too big for KD. You need a basket, he's your man.
Serge Ibaka is checked in for the Clippers. That's good from Durant.
And that tacks another big point onto the league. Great N1 play, showing us now a little bit of that killer instinct.
High arcing shot. That one's good, and the Brooklyn lead is cut down now to just 3 in the basket from Paul George.
And George just has an uncanny knack for providing these kinds of baskets. And he makes it look so easy.
It's to Dinwiddie. 1:29 left in the fourth quarter. Back to Harden. Over George. And the Nets miss again.
And the fadeaway was the only option he had on that one. Defender there all over.
Count the basket.
Hey, you know that George is going to take the shot when the game is up for grabs. I mean, that's who he is, and that's what's expected of him. He's an exceptional decision maker in these situations, which makes it even more obvious.
Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Here's Leonard, and he slams it down right on top of Kevin Durant.
Boy, and just look at what Leonard is doing.
And so it's Harden bringing it up for Brooklyn. KD on the wing. Down low. It's good!
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
KD against George. And stolen by Harris. Passes it to Durant. To the middle. Here's Jordan. Yes!
George coming up big. His name is Cole, and he ups the ante and delivers.
And George kicks to Leonard. Three-pointer. Buries the triple. A tremendous three to tie it up.
Oh, he is just so clutch, saving his best for when the pressure is at its highest.
KD looking around. Here's Dinwiddie. No good from three-point territory. And regulation now complete. We will go to overtime. We'll be... These teams have battled tooth and nail for 4 quarters, and now we head to overtime. Should be a blast. Tip-off goes to the Clippers. And no shortage of excitement here, and we're officially underway in overtime in this game. All fueled up and ready to go to overtime basketball here, brought to us by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. Setting the floor for the Clippers. Paul George is out there with Patrick Beverley. And it's Ibaka. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Leonard in at the 3. Beverley, the pass to Ibaka. And here is Zubac. Just 5 on the clock. Clippers moving the ball around. George. That shot off the mark. And it's the Nets taking it the other way. Here's Leonard. Feeds it to Ibaka. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Ibaka's got the first basket here in overtime for Los Angeles. Brooklyn trailing. Harden outside. It's Irving, top of the key. Harden against Beverley. Back to Irving. And the rejection by Zubac. Here's Beverley. And foul. The coach's challenge has been issued. Close game like this, down to the wire, this is what it's for.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in air. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
You know, what's most impressive about Harden to me is his versatility as a scorer. I mean, he's a remarkable combo guard with great size and strength and very efficient on the offensive end.
Outside, George. He dishes it to Ibaka. Outside for George. There's the pass to Beverly. George with the ball. It falls!
Well, Paul George has been sensational.
And for Brooklyn, their shooting has been great, up over 50%. In fact, 52%. Harden finds Harris. Back to Harden. Zubats against Harris. To the paint. And then slammed in by Jordan.
Hey, that's why you want an experienced veteran like DeAndre Jordan. That's a huge hoop from him.
This may be their most important possession.
No doubt about it. As long as they don't make any major mistakes, this one's in the bag.
Leonard, the pass to Zubats. Back to Leonard. Outside, George to the left side wing. Beverly for three. Jordan with the rebound. Irving against George. To tie it up. Can't cash in.
Boy, what a nice ball fake there. Hard not to bite on that one. I mean, you have to be aggressive if you want to challenge KD's shot. And then he's got you right where he wants you.
Good on the first, and that narrows the gap to one. That one drops. He ties it up.
You can't have any more pressure on you than he had at the line right there. Shows you what he's made of as he's able to tie it up.
And Tyronn Lue wants a timeout. Inside, Durant with the steal. Paul George with the steal. And so we are tied again at the end of overtime. Now we're... Can't stop now. We're ready for another extra period. What a game of basketball this has been. And so here are the Clippers. And Cousins kicks to George. Pass to Zubats. Back to George. Durant against Zubats. Pass to Kennard. Clock at 4. Basket number 8 for him on 13 tries. That's 62% so far.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Harden against George. Got a piece of it. Stolen by George. A three from Leonard. Buries the long-range jumper. And the Clippers lead by 5.
And, guys, that's the man you want with the ball in his hands on that critical possession. Kawhi being his best in the biggest moments.
Leonard against Harris. Durant for 3. And no good. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Leonard finds George. No good on the 3. Nets trail by 5. Irving passes to KD. Here's the triple. 6 for 10 with that shot going in. That's a good game for a lot of guys.
Durant's ability to score in a lot of different ways is huge, and he makes it look easy. Here's
Leonard. Good work defensively by KD. And KD's got the ball here for Brooklyn. Here's Harden. Back to Irving. He kicks it to KD. And the rejection by Zubac. And here comes Leonard leading the fast break. A floater. Good.
And busting it up the floor. Leonard showing a lot of energy on the fast break. If there's one thing he doesn't lack, it's hustle.
Moving it up. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
And throw it down, Kawhi. That was nasty. Love watching him go hard and attacking with power.
It drops. What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
Well, Durant knows the team looks to him for this. These kinds of moments, the intensity of the moment never rattles him.
George dishes to Leonard. Jacks up a 3. Nailed from three-point land.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
Yeah, I don't think you want to get loose and sloppy or ease up, but it is time for them to start using that clock a bit.
Pass to KD. This one for 3. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Back to George. No good. And so Los Angeles takes the win. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that's going to do it tonight. And coming to you today from... Here are the 5 for the Clippers. We got DeMarcus Cousins. Paul George is out there with Patrick Beverley. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Zubac in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for Portland, pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Norman Powell is out there with Robert Covington. And it's Nurkic in at the 5 down low.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the 3.
And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by George. Plenty of experience, Greg, on the floor tonight. How does that shape what we're about to see, do you think?
You know, Kevin, this is one of those games where guys are going to be smart out on the floor. They're going to be in the right positions to make plays. And honestly, this could come down to who makes the bigger, tougher shots.
So creative with the ball in his hands. Covington capable of picking the D apart.
And here's Beverley. He brings it up for the Clippers. Pass to Leonard. And yes, it's good.
Yeah, going hard to the rack, making a statement here early on.
Great look. High percentage shot. That's the efficiency you're looking to establish.
Now here's Lillard on deep. Here's Nurkic, and finished off by Nurkic.
Well, when you see the hard-working mentality of Nurkic, I mean, love how assertive he is on the offensive boards.
Now Beverley lays it up off the glass.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that.
Now here's Lillard. Covington trying to break free. Lillard with the bucket.
Whether he's creating for himself or spotting up, Lillard's jumper is whizzing.
George finds Leonard. Down low, here's Zubac. No good there. And it's Portland the other way. And oh, here we go. McCollum's got it. The fast break chance. The Clippers have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. And Leonard gets it to go on the assist by George. Leonard's got his second bucket of the night.
Man, the feed from George couldn't be better. The timing, the placement, everything about that dish was pinpoint.
Here's Covington, and the dunk by Covington.
Gives up a lot of size to most other power forwards, but not too many of them can fly like he can.
George looking around, passes it to Zubats. Back to George. Here's Zubats, pass to Leonard. Covington with the steal. One-on-one here. And the basket by McCollum.
McCollum is an aggressive shooter, solid ball handler, who effortlessly switches to his shooting motion instantaneously.
George passes to Leonard. Clippers moving the ball around. Great D that time from Nurkic. And so it's McCollum. He'll bring it up for Portland. Second shot opportunity. Nurkic kicks to Covington. Lillard with no one around. No good from outside.
He's not using his head this quarter. He's got to get back to finding high percentage shots.
And George gets it to go.
Oh, he's one of the best passing fives in the game. I mean, think about this. Cousin doesn't get enough credit for being unselfish on the floor.
Now, here's Lillard. The putback. There's Nurkic putting it right back in. Nurkic has got his second basket.
Hard work and soft hands, guys. That's what made that play possible.
No simple offensive rebound there. Going for the tip-in.
When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
Yeah, you can't blame the ref for making that call at all. The defense in general is already at such a disadvantage as it is.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. Anthony right side. No good. Shot missing. Good work defensively by Morris. Jackson, that's good.
And Jackson is very good at catching the D off guard, especially inside where he needs to be fast and getting that shot off.
Simons surveying the D. Goes back up. Cantor. And it's blocked by Ibaka. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Stuffed. It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. .17 seconds left in the first quarter. Kennard, the pass to Ibaka.
Nice contest by Cantor in time. It's a portion of his game he's improved on. Effort on D.
Here's Jones. And no good that time.
He usually takes advantage of D like that. Should have been a simple layup.
So at the end of one quarter of play, still a close game. Trailblazers. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And looking at what we've seen so far from the Trailblazers guys, what do you think?
Well, one way to generate more offense, pound the offensive glass. That was the difference in the first.
Yeah, they're clawing, they're grinding, they're doing anything they could to make the most of their possessions.
And the Clippers, looking at who they've got. Pocket is out there with Morris. And there's Jackson. Then it's Luke Kennard. And it's man in at the 3. Here's Simons, guarded by Jackson. Cantor trying to free himself up. A nice shot by Simons. Simons has got his first 2 points of the night.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
You know, Anthony's getting more floor time last season. He worked his way into the Blazers' rotation. He's still young, though. It seems like he can carve a roll out on his team.
Now, here's Kennard. No points in the game yet for him. It's stolen by Jones. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. From 12 feet out. Here's Cantor. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. And an intentional foul right there.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. Kennard for 3. And Cantor pulls it down.
And Simon a bit undersized at that two-guard position. Only 6'3", but a natural 2 with playmaking ability.
Ultimately, this team wants him to be a scoring threat off the bench. I mean, have him come in firing from outside. He's got a lot of work to get to that point.
Here is Ibaka. Portland making their last shot. They pass to man. Feeds it to Jackson. Morris outside. 5 to shoot. Taken away. And now Portland on the break. And it's Hollis Jefferson with the jam.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either. Clippers with the ball after the Trailblazers pick up 2. Kennard, the pass to Ibaka. Nice shot from 10 feet out.
As good as he is at creating his own shot, Kennard is also a solid distributor. Doesn't miss the open man when he spots him.
Here's Simons, guarded by Jackson. And the Trailblazers getting another bucket right there.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Jackson looking around. And Ibaka kicks to Jackson. Trying to get open is Ibaka. No good on the triple.
That's just a lucky break. Yeah, keep giving him that shot. Bad things will happen.
And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
George passes to Zubac. Beverly against Covington. Greg is a broadcaster. Who have been some of your favorite personalities to cover?
And that's a great question. You know, most of the stars, I'm a big fan of Durant and Steph and LeBron and those guys. Chris Paul's another one that's a favorite. So many other guys, you know, there's so much more personality and so much more confidence these guys have working in front of the camera. I think that just makes for a better experience.
Somebody asked me the other day, who is my favorite? You know who I said?
Who was that?
Greg Anthony.
Oh, you're just saying that because it's true.
And one thing you talk about with Lillard, great at all times, but absolutely lethal in the clutch.
Zubac, the pass to Beverly. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
And I'll bet his percentage is pretty high from that range.
It's Powell on the wing. McCollum against George. And the basket is good. McCollum's got the lead back up to 9 now for Portland.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
And George, here we go. And it's Cousins. That time on the assist by George. Cousins has got his first 2 points.
Oh, Boogie is a beast inside. It's going to take a lot more than a little contact to stop him from finishing.
Three-pointer, Lillard, and the Trailblazers, another 3.
That's his second three-pointer of this quarter after not getting any in the first.
Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. To the paint, Powell with the steal. And oh, here we go. Lillard's got it, the fast break chance. And the rejection by Zubac. Covington kicks to Powell. The 3 from McCollum sinks the triple. McCollum's got the lead up to 13 now for the Trailblazers.
Well, and sometimes you just got to assume every 3 McCollum is going to take is going to go in.
Cousins, great positioning on the putback.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Greg, he's ferocious when the ball goes up. And thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, back. Well, he's been an elite scorer for so long in the league. Jack, how does Damian... And that's a wrap. With the...
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. You have to like what we've seen so far from Damian Lillard.
Man, how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
This game has his fingerprints all over it. Now looking to replicate what he did in the first half.
And we just got a second look there at the exceptional mobile 1 block.
And that's what a team needs when they're trailing. Energy on D.
The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Powell, and it's Nurkic in at the center. So that's who Terry Stotts starts the second half with. Now, here's George, following the miss by DeMarcus Cousins. And that one's good, George.
A good ball handler with an advanced offensive repertoire. George is more than comfortable in the pick and roll.
Pass to Covington. Slammed home, and he draws. And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have, and here we go, coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul, seeing if that was the right call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video reviews showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Well, it seems like every year, Greg, we see some incredible new players come to the NBA, and they are welcome with open arms. Their style of play is so terrific.
No doubt about it. You know, guys like John Moran, I think he's got a chance to be one of the greats. And any list about the future of the NBA has to include Luka Doncic. I don't know if there's a better basketball talent than that young man. And, you know, let's not forget about Devin Booker out in Phoenix as well. A terrific, terrific player.
3 terrific kids. You're right.
Oh, and Jackson is very gifted at finishing through aggressive defense, just a master at controlling his body.
Here's Simons. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Just rubbing it in their faces with that dunk.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
What a performer this guy is. He relishes the chance to hammer it down.
Passes it to Kennard. Here's Mann, defended by Jones. Mann passes to Morris. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. It's good on the putback.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Pass to Hollis Jefferson. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. And there's the foul. It goes on Serge Ibaka. That's his first foul. Here's Hollis Jefferson. And there's the pass to Simons.
blessed with awesome physical tools. Ibaka can alter shots anywhere on the floor.
Man, he can't hit that time. So the Trailblazers will take it the other way. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
And the Clippers making a switch here. Leonard's checked in.
And last year showed that there's still a place in the NBA for a guy like Melo. Mostly a mid-range shooter in the league that has turned away from that. But buckets are buckets, and Melo can still light it up.
5 on the clock. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Leonard, no luck. Trailblazers leading by 10. Here's Jones, and it's slammed in by Jones.
This is the kind of ball movement they want to get from camp. Just scan the floor, and when you spot the open man, get it to him.
Well, Carmelo Anthony was out of the NBA for about a year, calendar-wise. Greg, were you surprised it took him so long to get a look and get back in the NBA?
Kevin, I wasn't shocked, but absolutely I was surprised. I mean, it was always going to take the right fit for Melo and the right team. And in this case, it was the Blazers. But Melo showed he has legs left in the league and can still be a positive.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, thank you. We were all witnesses last year to the pandemic, which struck with worldwide repercussions. The NBA was no exception. The 1920 season was altered, and this season was delayed. But the league is finding a sense of solidarity and resolve under the leadership of Adam Silver. Now, sports is a microcosm of society as a whole, and we all are finding different ways to overcome this. Kevin, back to you.
Thanks, D.A. And the Clippers making a change here. Zubac is checked in for Ibaka. DeMarcus Cousins comes in for Morris. Paul George, he's checked in for Luke Kennard. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Reggie Jackson. Beverley against Lillard. And Lillard gets double teamed. Stolen by Beverley. And oh, here we go with George. Nobody back.
Just fantastic movement by Beverly. So effective in clogging passing lanes with his quick hands and anticipation.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Launches a three. Zubac kicks to George. Pass to Cousins. Now here's George. He is guarded by McCollum. 6 on the shot clock. George passes to Beverly, and he comes up with the deuce. Beverly's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
The adjustments they've made offensively, they're putting guys in a position now to succeed.
Well, I mean, anyone can tell they've ramped up the intensity. I mean, they're more assertive.
And that's it for the 3rd quarter. Both teams scoring well as we head to the 4th. Trailblazers lead by 4. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this 4th quarter. Setting the floor for the Clippers. Patrick Beverley out there with Paul George. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Cousins in a power forward. He's perfect from the line this time.
Oh, he's never rattled at the stripe. Always has that nice soft touch on his free throws.
Outside, George. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And, you know, you go back to that horrific leg injury in Vegas back in 2014, and Paul George hasn't just made it back to the NBA. He's come back a better player.
Lillard with it. The shot's good. And the Trailblazers lead by 6.
Love seeing Leonard work it in close. He has the skills to convert at a high rate.
Beverly against Lillard. Outside for George. Passes to Zubac. All alone. Offensive rebound. And so it's McCollum with it. He brings it up for the Portland Trailblazers. Here's Lillard. Pass to Nurkic. Leonard with the steal. And here we go again. The Clippers on the break. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
Strange game for him. Barely made any noise in the first half, and here in the second, he's been everywhere.
George, no good on the free throw. It's deflected. Stolen by Zubac. Shoots over Covington. No good from Zubac. Trailblazers leading by 4. Elbow shot. And he overshot that one, missing.
Oh, their movement is good, and they get the ball into the right hand. Now, usually he drops those in between jumpers.
And the defense knows George can score from there, which is what forces them to kind of compromise at times defensively. Yeah, I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the second, despite being down.
Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for the Clippers. Jackson comes in for Patrick Beverly. Lillard attacking the pass to Nurkic. Powell, no one around him. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
He's as surprised as anyone with that miss. When he's left alone like that, you can usually count it.
And Robert Covington picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
And now only one away from being in the penalty.
Luke Kennard, he's checked in for the Clippers. He kicks to George. Pass to Zubac. Back to George. Just 3 to shoot. Passes it to Zubac. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off his shot. 24-second violation.
Last thing they want to be doing right now is giving away possessions. I mean, turnovers can kill you in this kind of game.
George against Lillard. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
You better respect the interior game a little. He gets deep inside. He forces the defense to hit him.
That free throw good from Lillard. And so he makes both from the line. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. George passes to Leonard. Pass to Kennard. Leonard inside. Powell on him. That one's in there, and the Portland lead is cut down to just 2 points on the bucket from Leonard.
And guys, that's the man you want with the ball in his hands on that critical possession. Kawhi being his best in the biggest moments.
Lillard dishes to Nurkic. Shot from 12. And it's off the back rim. No good. The Clippers have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. That one goes in.
And he's got the athleticism and strength to be a powerful presence inside. Leonard never afraid to get in and mix it up down low.
Now a timeout called by Portland. The score knotted at 50. There's 1:54 left in the game. And now we present our New Balance Player of the Game, Paul George.
And to me, the best part of his game has been the work he's done inside. I mean, slashing, driving the lane, attacking the basket at every chance. When he's had an opening, he's taken it.
DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Zubac. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Well, I was able to listen in on what Terry Stotts went over with his team. He told him, hey, this game is there for you, but we got to go get it. 50-50 balls, getting to the basket. We have to give it all right now. Evan?
Opponents are physical with Kawhi just about every game, but as forceful a player as he is, he just doesn't seem to mind one bit.
And Los Angeles with some changes. Zubac is checked in for Ibaka, and it's Patrick Beverly in for Kennard. Lillard against Beverly. And then Lillard slams it in.
That's why you give Lillard the rock. When it's an important possession, you know he's going to rise to the occasion.
Clippers trail by 3. And George, here we go. Zubac. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's on Damian Lillard. First free throw is good, and that brings them within 2 here. Both shots good from the stripe. 1:12 left in the fourth quarter. Lillard, the pass to Nurkic. McCollum outside. Lillard left side. And here's Covington from the arc. It's hauled in by Zubac.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Yeah, he approached that one with total confidence. He has what it takes to come through in the clutch.
There's Lillard, and they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
Lillard is known for being a clutch shooter. He's the guy they go to. He's the guy they believe in.
And Los Angeles with some changes. Baca comes in for Ivica Zubac. And it's Luke Kennard in for Patrick Beverly. Powell against Leonard. Kennard, the pass to Cousins. The bucket is good. He'll have a chance for one more. Robert Covington picks one up.
What a huge basket from Cousins. He knows he's the #1 option on offense when the game is on the line.
Oh, not only ties it up with the hoop, but puts them in front now with the free throw. That could be the play of the game if they come out on top.
And Lillard kicks to Covington. And here's McCollum for three. So it's the Clippers taking the win in a close one. David, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up. David, thank you. The starters for the Portland Trail Blazers. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Nurkic, and it's Powell in at the 3. And for the Nets, Durant is out there with Griffin. Then it's Jordan. Then it's Harden. And it's Dinwiddie in at the 2 spot. Harden kicks to Dinwiddie. Got a piece of it. Stolen by McCollum. Here's Covington from 13 feet. It goes down.
Nurkic getting more and more comfortable at finding the open men on this team.
And McCollum on the floor, all business. Off the court, he's a very outspoken player, very colorful guy. And Greg, you were saying you see a future in media for him when he stops playing.
No doubt about it, Kevin. I mean, McCollum spoke up quickly about the seriousness of the virus when they were playing. He's very knowledgeable and shares what's on his mind. A media position after he's done playing is a very real possibility if he chooses to.
So it's Portland now. After the basket by Brooklyn. Three-pointer, Lillard. And it's Griffin with the rebound.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Harden's shot is off.
He's so good at getting to the rim. Maybe tries to get a little bit too cute with that one. I thought he'd lay it straight up and in.
Oh, Griffin in position. Jordan kicks to KD. Shoots over Powell. KD can't get it to go.
His touch from mid-range, that's almost always good. That won't shake his confidence.
Nurkic the pass to Lillard. Back to Nurkic. It's hauled in by DeAndre Jordan. Nets have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Harden outside. And here's Griffin. He'll bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. It's Harden. Oh, that was huge!
Incredible. And this is how a floor leader makes a statement. Harden just put the other team on notice.
Lillard against Harden. Pass to McCollum. Kicks it out to Lillard. McCollum trying to get open. Lillard misses. For Brooklyn, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
He does so many different things on the court. Durant practically forcing the defender to foul him on that drive.
Durant nails both of them.
A big fella with the ability and confidence at the free throw line is something that every team wants. Don't have to make those late substitutions. Keep your big guys on the floor.
Now here's Lillard. You know, you grew up with aspirations of someday getting into politics. Any current players who you could see maybe taking that same route?
No doubt. There's several guys in today's game. You know, Harrison Barnes has the polish, and I know he's had some thoughts.
Another reminder that Damian Lillard can be explosive, and we love it.
1:56 left to play here in the first. The wide open look for Durant. Sinks the three-pointer. KD's got 5 now.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Three-pointer, Lillard. Rebound, Brooklyn.
One player sometimes can drag down your offense, and he seems to be an anchor here in this quarter.
And KD throws it down.
Anticipating the contact there and toughness through that play, Durant is not afraid to attack the defense.
McCollum outside. And Lillard kicks to McCollum. They double team McCollum. Pass to Powell from past the arc. And the 3-ball is good.
Well, really good ball movement on the entire possession. And then CJ getting slick.
Harden outside. from downtown. Griffin finds Harden. Outside, KD. Shot clock at 6. Harden the pass to Griffin. That shot no good. Good D by Covington. Here's McCollum. And it's Durant with the rebound. Brooklyn leading by 4. Harden dishes to Griffin. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Durant against Powell. KD draws the double. And a wide open look for Jordan. Off target from three-point range. McCollum fires from way outside. No good there with the step-back J. It'll count. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And that concludes the first quarter of play. It's the Nets leading by 4. And it seems like players are constantly changing teams.
As a team, as a unit, as a roster, we've had.
Greg Dinwiddie, one of those players who seems to adapt to any situation.
I mean, he's versatile. Total team player, will do whatever is asked of him. He's really emerged after being picked in the second round a few years ago.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And guys, what stands out to you from the Nets in this one?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Just a great job, really, of making the game ugly, trying to muck it up a little bit out there.
We've got Green. Irving is out there with Brown. Then there's Harris. And it's Claxton in at the 5. That's the Nets 5 as we get into the second quarter. Hollis Jefferson passes to Anthony. There's the 3. He doesn't hit that one. And Brooklyn will now go the other way with it. Green kicks to Irving. Passes it to Harris. Back to Irving. Excellent D from Cancer.
A lot of defenders choose to just back up off of him when he's in that tight, try to avoid the and one, and this time they're not backing off. Of all the action happening there, it's the assist that jumps out to me there. That's just a great look and a great setup for the bucket.
Irving passes to Brown. Here's Claxton. He's covered by Cantor. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
That's nice vision there. You see that pass, you make the feed before the defense has a chance to react, and that opens up a much better opportunity to score.
Here's Simons. It's stolen. And now Irving pushing it up. No one back to stop him. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Now it's a 6-point Nets lead.
They've settled into a nice groove offensively here in the second.
The pass to Simons. Jones in the post. Harris is there. Anthony. Rebound, Brooklyn. And Joe Harris, the lethal shooter. He can also be a threat in the pick-and-roll game.
Yeah, Harris does a great job reading what a defense is giving. He's more than just a catch-and-shoot type of player. Harris can hit shots on the move and isn't afraid to go at defenders.
And it's Brooklyn scoring again.
Nice mid-range J. Automatic, it looks like, for Kyrie Irving right now.
Pass to Hollis Jefferson. 3 minutes of action so far in the second quarter. Portland again missing. And here's Green. He'll bring it up for the Nets. They lead by 8. That's the biggest of the game. Here's Irving. And the bank shot is good. Irving's got 8 points.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter. And now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
Anthony, the pass to Simons. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the D.
Irving looking for an opening. There's 1:26 left to play here in the half. Harris passes to Irving. Out to Harris. Clock at 6. The Nets need to get a shot off here. Claxton with the bucket.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Fires for 3. Misses that one. He's made 1 and missed 2 this game so far. Now, here is Irving. Tight defense on him. Harris misses. Trailblazers trail by 9. Simons, the pass to Jones. And there's the foul. It'll go on Bruce Brown. That is his first foul of the game. And a new group out there on the floor for the Nets. Anthony finds Jones. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. Hollis Jefferson. And it's Hollis Jefferson with the jam.
And that's a huge play. I mean, they need more like it because second chance points are going to be key in this game.
Probably so. That's usually a crucial element to any comeback. Pass to Durant. Here's Jordan outside for Durant. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. He's got 9.
Well, the ball hitting his hands and then the ball hitting the back of the net as KD throws another one in.
Here's Simons, guarded by Harden. Simons, the pass to Cannon. Bucket is good. Just 4 seconds left in the first half of basketball. And a deep 3 from Harden. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't. And so we wrap up the first half. Nets lead by 7.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good. Brooklyn found themselves in a close game in the first. They had a 4-point advantage at the end of the period. And that'll...
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. We've seen Kevin Durant really having a great game.
Yeah, and through the first 2 quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade All Fueled Up for the second half. On the court for the Trailblazers, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Norman Powell, and it's Nurkic in at the 5 down low. Nets leading by 9, and here comes Harden leading the fast break. And the jam by Harden.
You know, and with how deliberate he can be, Harden still can surprise defenders with that burst, that underrated vertical that he possesses.
Lillard, the pass to McCollum. And another fast break for Brooklyn. The Nets are running. And it's Durant, that time on the assist by Dinwiddie. Durant's got the lead up to 13 now for the Nets. Durant's gone 5 of 8 from the field, shooting over 60%. Little over a minute gone here in the second half. Keeps it alive. There's Nurkic putting it right back in.
And Nurkic does a great job just keeping the motor running.
Dinwiddie dishes to Griffin. Kicks it to Durant. To the inside. Nurkic with the block. And there's the call on DeAndre Jordan. That's his first foul. Trailblazers trail by 11. Over a minute and a half into the third quarter of action. Bangs home the trifecta. Greg, you're the all-time assist leader for the Big West Conference. In that frame, talk about some of the traits that make for a good floor general, a good point guard, a good facilitator.
Yeah, I mean, listen, you have to be a leader because that's what the position calls for. Unselfishness, instincts, that stuff matters. But ultimately, your teammates got to feel like you played for them. And that's when you have a chance as a team to be special.
I'm assuming you've always been like that. Am I correct?
No, that is not
really?
true.
Wow.
I evolved into a leader. In all seriousness, I think some guys are natural. Others, like myself, had to evolve into it.
Dinwiddie against McCollum. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Trailblazers trail by 8. Lillard outside. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Shoots from 14. That's short off the rim.
Maybe there are ways to contribute that don't involve shooting the basketball. That's the best way that maybe he can help them out in trying to win this game. That's the guy they're going to keep going to, as they should. The lead's only going up if they keep feeding him.
Now here's Lillard. He's got 5. McCollum outside. Fires the 3. Drills it from outside. McCollum's got 5 now.
CJ just so smooth and is a marksman from 3.
Lillard against Harden. Pass to Durant. And Brooklyn turns it over again. Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Lillard scanning the floor. To the middle. Here's Covington. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
Lillard becoming better at staying patient, knowing that at any point in a possession, he can take advantage of somebody. That time he found the open man.
And you look at Robert Covington, first team all defense in 2018, the kind of versatile stopper that every team in the league could use.
Here's Irving. Again, the Nets for 2.
This is where Kyrie can work some of his magic out there on the floor. Excels at getting the screen and taking advantage of any space he gets.
And Lillard kicks to McCollum. Takes the 3. They grab their own miss. Nurkic the pass to Covington. Powell for 3. Now Lillard. 5 points in the game. Drains the 3-pointer.
After not having a 3 during the first half, he's made 2 now this second half, and he looks hungry for more.
Irving passes to Claxton. The kick out to Irving. 26 seconds left in the third quarter of the game, and there it is for him.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
Lillard with it. 8 points for him. It's McCollum on the wing. Shoots over Brown. McCollum no good. Harris kicks to Irving. The tray. Basket is good. The assist from Harris. And now it's an 8-point Nets lead.
Feel like the jump ball triggered Kyrie Irving. He's been on it with tremendous effort from the beginning.
And so it's the Brooklyn Nets holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best. And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. Nets leading by 8. Brown out there with Irving. Then it's Joe Harris. Then there's Green, and it's Claxton in at the center, filling out the middle. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. And Harris wide open. He shoots. His 3-pointer's off the mark. And it's out of bounds. The Nets will take it the other way. The Nets shooting 61% from the field, showing some marvelous touch out there. Here's Durant, and then Durant with the jam.
Well, he's professional in everything that he does. Durant recognizes that opportunity and turns pro.
Simons, the pass to Anthony. Here's Simons. Back to Anthony. Oh, and the jam by Anthony.
Melo getting up there at 6'8", rising up and getting to the rim for the throwdown.
And so it's Harden bringing it up for the Nets. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Inside, Jordan, and DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
picture-perfect role. Cutting the defense to pieces with the quickness was DeAndre Jordan.
Here's Simons, guarded by Harden. And the pass to Simons. There's the triple. A rebound by the Nets. Griffin's got 5 rebounds tonight. It's Harden. Oh, the power on that. Prudent.
Unreal.
And once Harden has momentum behind him, watch out. I love seeing the beard flush it down there with some power.
Simons surveying the D. And here's Anthony for 3. And the rebound goes to Griffin. Griffin's got 6 rebounds here tonight. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. To the inside. And Durant gets it to go. The assist from Harden. KD's got the lead up to 14 now for the Nets. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
And Lillard kicks to Nurkic, and he makes that one.
Well, the team set up Nurkic so well there. He had plenty of space, calm and collecting.
Harden outside. Pass to Durant. The 3. That's in for his 8th bucket tonight. A hot 8 for 11 shooting so far.
Defensively, you can't afford to give him that kind of look, especially down this many points.
Teachable moment there. Lapses like this are backbreakers.
3rd minute of action now gone here in the 4th. From deep 3-point range. That shot off. Now Portland takes it the other way. Here's Lillard. Robinson trying to break free. Cross contact on the shot, and now a 3-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Yeah, Lillard is fearless, able to take that hit and calmly knock one down and one.
Brooklyn with the ball. A 12-point game. Look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the 4th. Dinwiddie against Nurkic. And there's the defensive 3-second call. And so he hits the technical free throw.
Kind of tough to be a big wing in the LeBron James era. You're constantly compared to what it is he does, but Durant has risen to that challenge and uniquely qualified to be an elite player.
Jordan, the pass to KD. Fires from deep. In for another field goal. A sublime 9 of 14 on the night.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for the Nets.
Their hard work on the glass paid off.
I tell you what, they're both excellent rebounding teams, and it was a tough battle underneath all game. And I think ultimately that earned the W.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Kevin Durant.
It was the kind of game for him that all scorers dream of, where the basket seemed as wide as a barrel.
Harden's shot is off. And here are the Trailblazers now. They trail by 16. Count it.
Well, he's just so good as C.J. McCollum at when to put the ball down on the floor and penetrate to the inside.
Well, they're really making a point of keeping the ball moving around.
That's the key. The D can't focus on one player, and no matter what anybody tells you, that ball will always move quicker than the defender.
6 to shoot, and the wide open shot from Griffin. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. The deep 3 from Harden. Again, the miss by Harden.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Well, I thought they played smart, and then all of a sudden it was maybe a little too flashy there, and that's unfortunate.
And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal.
All right, David, thank you. And that'll do it, folks. For Brett Teams both athletic in so many ways.
You know, it makes me hearken all the way back to college, and one of my teammates, Stacey Ogden, one of the greatest athletes I ever played alongside. Well, we're going to see a lot of his impact in tonight's game.
And the Clippers starting five. DeMarcus Cousins out there with Ivica Zubac. Then it's Patrick Beverley. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's George in at the shooting guard position. And so it's the Nets getting on the board first. And it's Zubac atop the key. Beverley dishes to Leonard. Zubac kicks to Beverley. At the elbow, it's Cousins. Back to Beverley. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Zubac, and it's blocked by Jordan.
Well, DJ, twice on the pipes. No, sir. Get it out of here.
A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. Here's KD. Back to Jordan. Stolen by Zubac. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Well, Paul George smack dab in the middle of the prime of his career, and maybe underestimated is his drive to win.
And both free throws good for Paul George. And Paul George, Doris, kind of a late bloomer coming up in high school. His older sister used to give him the business on the blacktop. Of course, eventually he found his stride, and the rest is history.
It took some encouraging from older sis and his high school coach, who actually had to threaten him with running suicides to get the guy to shoot more. And think about it. This guy plays his college basketball at mid-major Fresno State. That's really where he got onto the NBA radar. Well, Kawhi Leonard's passing skills have developed over the years, and if you give him that much attention, he'll find his teammates.
Beverley against Harden. And the rejection by Zubac. Cousins inside. KD's on him.
Yet another miss. Just 1 for 5. Not exactly an ideal start.
Harden the pass to Griffin. KD against Zubac. Durant kicks to Griffin. Outside Durant. They get it back. Jordan with the bucket. Jordan's got his second bucket.
What about the intensity? Go ahead, Mr. Jordan. We see you working out there.
Dinwiddie against George. Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
We're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. Harden against Beverley. Durant feeling it out a bit. Nailed from three-point land.
Wow, lights out from distance. Durant with a quick high release, just a pure shooter.
Beverley the pass to George. Uses the glass to finish the layup. George has got his second bucket of the night.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
He's a guy who, if he gets hot, he can carry your offense for long stretches.
Now here's Durant. Passes it to Griffin. Durant kicks to Harden. Offline with his 3. The Clippers in the lead. Here's Leonard. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
Well, don't let Kawhi's quiet demeanor fool you. This guy has athleticism and explosiveness. How about that in style?
Durant against Zubac. There's 53 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Here's Harden, and Harden with the stop.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. Now, here is George. He's got 6. Beverley finds Cousins. Leonard with the ball. Defended by Durant. Leonard the pass to Zubac. Clock at 2. And it's Leonard missing. And it's Durant with the ball. He'll bring it up for Brooklyn. They trail by 1.
Okay, Kevin Durant scanning the floor, looking for opportunities. Make your teammates feel good. Nice.
Dinwiddie against George. And here's Leonard from 3. Jordan with the rebound. Durant down low. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Well, you love how Durant goes into the contact. This guy is always looking for an opportunity to get to the foul line.
And so Durant nails them both.
Well, this guy has multiple ways to get to the free throw line, and boy, has his stroke been on the money.
Kennard for 3. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. It's And earlier we spoke with Kevin Durant about surviving the...
How can we be the best version of ourselves?
Well, Durant may not be the in-your-face type of player, Greg, but he gets the message across for sure.
He's not going to yell at you. He's going to show you how it's done and expect that you're as committed to winning as he is.
And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And from Brooklyn guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Guys, I love their defense in that first period. They were in position and just challenging shots.
Well, I think they combined great intelligence with great effort, and you can see the results.
Brown out there with Irving, and it's Durant. And there's Green, and it's Claxton in at the center, filling out the middle. That's the Nets 5 as we get into the second quarter. Outside for KD. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Durant's got the lead up to 7 now for Brooklyn.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Jackson drives in. Kennard with the ball. Guarded now by Irving. Kennard, the pass to Jackson. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Joe Harris is checked in for Durant. Jackson against Green. Morris off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Well, that's just stellar concentration from the talented forward. Marcus Morris effective at keeping his balance on these tough finishes.
Irving against Jackson. The 3. Another shot. Claxton the pass to Harris. Irving against Jackson. Brooklyn needs to get off a shot here. Launches it. Irving can't hit. Clippers trail by 5. Over to the wing. Pass to Kennard. Lets the 3 fly. But they'll get another chance. Count that bucket. Morris has got 4 points now in the quarter.
Well, at a healthy 235, Marcus Morris is pretty good at throwing his weight around, especially on the glass.
Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Claxton the pass to Green. First shot, first pass. He's out of the blocks fast. And Greg, you play with some big personalities. Talk about the best way to manage egos and conflicts in the locker room. That's a very interesting topic.
No doubt about it. You know, Kev, first thing you learn from middle school on, your team is your family. And let's face it, all families have spats, and so do teams. You just learn to never personalize those things. Never leave any stone unturned. Like, don't let things fester. When there are issues, you address them. And if you're not taking things personally, you tend to be able to work through whatever issues you may come in front of.
Good advice.
Well, you love how Ibaka gets a little nasty down on the block. Excellent at putting the defense in a tough spot.
And he's got his first free throw of the game.
And really, the line a season ago was just a battle for him. Just about a 72% free throw shooter.
Boy, a really soft touch on display. It is a luxury to have a big man who can hit from the line at a consistent rate.
The shot's good from Irving.
They're just so smooth. Kyrie Irving identifying the opening and then letting it rip.
Outside, George. He kicks to Cousins. Back to George. And good that time.
Boy, that is absolutely gorgeous by DeMarcus Cousins. Run the offense through your big man, and he will find the open man.
There's the pass to Brown. Stolen by George. Here's Beverly. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. Outside Irving. .46 seconds left in the first half of the game. And Jeff Green, the bucket on the assist by Irving. Green's got his second basket of the night.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Back to George. Leonard on the wing, guarded by Harris. It's good, and the Brooklyn lead is cut down to 1 on the bucket from Paul George.
Well, the efficiency with the mid-range game, Paul George has always possessed.
Irving passes to Claxton. Irving against Beverly. 6 on the shot clock. From 12 feet out, and it's Brooklyn scoring again.
Well, the ability to score at all 3 levels makes Kyrie Irving a near impossible check. Good luck, fellas.
So that'll be it for the first half. Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. Brooklyn found themselves in a close game in the first. The deepest hole they got themselves into. And
we've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Without question, George is displaying his skills today.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far unstoppable.
Checking out the group for Tyronn Lue to start the second half. We've got Reggie Jackson. Harris is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then it's Luke Kennard. And it's man in at the small forward. Here's Griffin. And it's the Clippers with the rebound.
Boy, if you're going up against this guy in this close a range, you've got to defend with everything you've got. A tremendous job defensively. While we love his ability to attack the rim, he just loses a little bit of focus and misses the chippy.
What a find by Griffin. He's a lot more skilled as a passer than he gets credit for as far as power forwards go. He has terrific vision.
Back to George. Pass to Cousins. On the wing, George. Dishes to Leonard. Here's Zubac. Pulls it up. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Griffin dishes to Dinwiddie. Passes it to Harden. To the paint. Here's KD. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Leonard. And it's Griffin with the rebound.
Wow, another empty possession out of the gates. 0 for 4 in this half. Brutal.
And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That is his first foul of the game. Here is Harden. It's Jordan on the wing. Back to Harden. Throws it down as the official, and it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the official.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving. and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Oh, Griffin in position, throws down the alley-oop slam.
I feel like they could execute this play in their sleep. Griffin, one of the premier alley-oop finishers in the league.
Jackson passes to Kennard. Here's Morris. Count it, good. Morris has got 4 points in the quarter.
This guy a tough cover for any defender. Creative and assertive scoring the ball.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
And a new group out there on the floor for the Nets. Irving against Jackson. And the rejection by Ibaka.
Boy, great extension from Ibaka. His length always a factor.
And Morris throws it down.
Want easy looks? Don't allow the defense to set up.
What a beautiful fast break opportunity, and the finish pretty good.
Jackson against Irving. Left side, Brown. Clock at 6. Back to Irving. That one misses. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Now the Clippers moving it up. Morris with the ball.
Well, this is why it helps to have a big man capable of sprinting the floor. Marcus Morris solid at getting to the right spots.
Irving drives in. 59 seconds left to play in the third. Irving double team. Pass to Claxton. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. Here's Morris, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Jeff Green picks one up.
You know, there's a toughness and an energy about Marcus Morris that elevates any team he plays for. This guy is an incredible teammate.
And so it's Irving with it, bringing it up for the Brooklyn Nets. There's 38 seconds left to play here in the third.
Kyrie Irving doing work with the pass. That's pretty.
The Clippers trail. Now the pass to Mann. Now here is Morris. Guarded by Green. Floats one up. Morris, no good. Nets have gone 4 of 9 from the floor so far in the third. Irving passes to Claxton. Outside Irving. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Nets lead by 3.
Yeah, just a fantastic job to stay with the play and just not give up. Excellent effort on the offensive backboard.
We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Brooklyn ahead. They lead by. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate. And how about the setup this was?
How about the secondary playmaking you are getting? Great to have that from the shooting guard spot.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. Our fourth quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. So for Brooklyn now, DeAndre Jordan is out there with Griffin. Then it's Harden, and it's Durant, and it's Dinwiddie in at the 2. Shot clock at 3. Here's Harden, lays it up and banks it in.
Superb at finishing through contact. Harden is just so elusive and creative on those strong drives.
Right side, Leonard. Griffin against Cousins. Back to Leonard. Count that one.
This is a small forward who, because he's 230 pounds, can hold his own down in the low post. That is nicely done.
Harden scanning the floor. It's Durant on the wing. He's covered by Leonard. Durant kicks to Griffin. Harden against Beverly. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. Clippers trail by 3. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
And he comes up with the deuce. Beverly's got his first points in this one.
Well, this guy is a fighter. Patrick Beverly will not back down from contact.
And here is KD. Down low. And the dunk by Jordan.
Well, that's about as high percentage as it gets for DJ. Go to work, big man.
We're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one. Outside, George. And that's collected by DeAndre Jordan. Jordan's got his 6th rebound on the night. Durant. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Here's Leonard. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
The best scorers in the game have the ability to get to the free throw line. Kawhi Leonard lives there.
A different look for the Clippers. Baca comes in for DeMarcus Cousins. And it's Kennard in for Patrick Beverly. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Harden against George. And the rejection by Zubats. He gets it in there. Clippers trail by 3. Outside, George. And the call on the... And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively and involving the coaches by being able now. A challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, during that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Brooklyn's head coach said to the team. He knows this has been a hard-fought game, and he wanted his guys to just sit down and catch their breath. He said, look, we're right in the game, guys. Let's make a little push here. Let's come out with some bite. Kevin?
Thank you, David. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
You can see the kind of savvy Kawhi Leonard plays with. This guy makes the defense commit and gets himself to the foul line.
Tyler Johnson, he's checked in for the Nets.
You must embrace the pressure and knock down critical free throws. Nicely done.
And so it's KD with it. He brings up the ball for the Brooklyn Nets. 1:44 left to play in the final quarter. Kicks to Johnson. 6 to shoot. Durant, the pass to Jordan. Empty that time from Leonard. For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Back to George. Yep, it counts.
Wow. How about Paul George commanding the basketball when his team needs a basket? Go to work, sir.
Johnson finds KD. Launches a 3. It's hauled in by the Clippers.
I'll tell you, this has not been his game, and he's making it worse with shot selection like that.
Jordan dishes to Durant. Back to Jordan. Kennard against KD. And again, it's the Nets missing.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net.
Looking to tie it up with a big triple.
Greg, this is all about execution. Can you free an open man from the three-point line? That's what it comes down to.
Now, here's George. So it's the Clippers taking the win in a close one. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's good. Pair, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Powell in at the 3. And for Los Angeles, Paul George is out there with Patrick Beverley. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins, and it's Zubac in at the 5 down low. Lillard against Beverley. Cousins trying to free himself up. There's Nurkic putting it right back in.
And good luck trying to keep Nurkic off the glass. I mean, using his brute strength well on the offensive board.
Here's George. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game. Terrific, talented backcourts tonight, Greg. Did it ever add anything for you playing across another top-level guard?
Listen, it raises the stakes, no doubt about it. You always want the opportunity to play against the best because you want to see where you stand. But in the end, even when you know a guy's better than you, and you're going to have that be the case a lot of nights, you still know that you will have an ability to impact the outcome when it comes to winning. And that's where you have to keep your focus.
No hesitation to get it to the rim. He uses his height advantage to convert the easy one.
Lillard, the pass to Powell. Back to Lillard. From 13, Cousins pulls it in.
Really just struggling here in the first few minutes. 5 attempts with only 1 falling.
And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And the foul goes against Portland.
As crafty as they come. George has lots of experience when it comes to mixing up defenders. And lost his touch right there. Didn't see that coming. Usually, when he's hot, he stays hot.
Here's Nurkic, and finished off by Nurkic.
That's how to make things look easy for a teammate. I mean, you make passes like that one from Lillard, crazy.
Outside Leonard. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that.
Covington down low. Cousins is there.
And just a big-time shot-blocking threat. Leonard's instincts on defense are just mind-boggling. Knows when to go after the blocks.
Well, they've come out of the locker room. His eye. 4 for 4 to start tonight.
Collin passes to Lillard. He dishes it to Nurkic. Lillard against Beverley. The putback, Covington. Great positioning on the putback.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
George dishes to Leonard. And here in the first, about 3 minutes in, Zubac, the pass to Beverley.
Well, in overtime, Beverley has established himself as just a defensive specialist, juggernaut, an absolute pest who plays his tail off on both ends of the floor.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. Both free throws good from Beverley. And Simons has got the ball here for Portland. 4-point game. Pass to Canner. 1:53 left in the first quarter of the game. And the rejection by Cousins.
And one of the things Cousins has continued to develop, his defense. Really makes an effort to swat that shot away.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Here's Jackson. And it goes down 2 points.
Gets behind the D on the break, and the passes, I mean, it's there waiting for him.
Here's Simons, guarded by Jackson. Anthony against Morris. And Anthony gets double-teamed. Shot clock at 6. It's stolen by Morris. High post to Baca. He's against Cantor. They get it back. Jackson passes to Kennard. And that one is good.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Anthony right side. Converts on the jumper for the easy 2.
And the shooting form of Anthony, just perfect. He's dangerous with the catch and shoot and just terrific at scoring when in rhythm.
Kennard, the pass to Ibaka. Back to Kennard. And Ibaka kicks to Kennard. And Cantor pulls it down.
Golden opportunity that he can't make good on. Maybe a wake-up call to the D, though. They can't leave him alone like that.
Back to Hollis Jefferson. Tries again. The shot's good from Cantor.
Yeah, they got that one, but early on, it's really been a struggle for them to secure that defensive backboard.
Here's Jackson. Makes it off the glass. Jackson's got his second basket of the game.
Wow, when Jackson is just crafty down inside, he has such a quick release that even taller defenders can't get to it in time.
And so it's Los Angeles with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. And it's been their rugged defense. And before the game, we ran into Damian Lillard, who touched upon the team.
What we've learned is staying together.
And Greg, of course, he helps keep everyone on the same page.
He communicates well with his teammates, and he listens. That's why they trust him. The discussions go both ways.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far, halfway through the first half in this one. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Clippers?
Well, this is the edge that great rim protection can give you.
Showing no mercy right now. The shooters look frustrated seeing so many of their shots get stifled.
On the floor for Portland. Enes Kanter is out there with Anthony. Then it's Jones. Then it's Rondé Hollis Jefferson. And it's Simons in at the 1. Jackson kicks to Kennard. Pass to Ibaka. Back to Kennard. Falls through. He's now made 2 of 4.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Here's Simons. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Passes to Mann. He kicks it to Ibaka. The pass to Mann. Hollis Jefferson with the rebound. Trailblazers trail by 6. Goes back up. Pass to Simons. 3-pointer. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Ibaka. And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by. Kennard against Jones. 6 to shoot.
I really like the hustle of Morris. He does a terrific job crowding the shooter.
Here's Mann. And Jackson throws it down hard.
There it is, guys. One of those effort plays that makes a big difference in the game.
And GA, it is definitely making a difference so far today.
This is why his teammates respect him. The hustle, the energy. Gotta love it.
Pass to Simons. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more. The importance of the three-point shot never greater than right now, and in your eyes, there are some players who are just absolutely dead, solid, perfect from distance.
No doubt about it. And you know, there's 3 guys to me, though, that kind of separate themselves. And it's one because you have to honor their ability equally off the dribble, from three, and at attacking the paint. Steph Curry, James Harden, and Damian Lillard. Those three guys can all hit pull-ups and step backs from range off the dribble. They all got great vision, so they can take advantage of defenses that get caught loading a little too much. And then they also are terrific in the paint at getting to the free throw line. So those are the three guys I think that create the most havoc when you start talking about having to guard the three-point line.
The length of Covington, it makes him a difficult guy to guard. Skilled at picking up contact.
And both free throws good for Covington. Los Angeles leading by 3. Beverly the pass to Leonard. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. And it's going to be a goaltending call here, so they'll count the bucket.
Yeah, I love the court awareness from Kawhi there. Dependable at getting it to his uncovered teammates.
Lillard against Beverly. Shoots. And Lillard gets it to go.
They've tailored their offense around him. And let me tell you, he loves playing in this system.
Clippers have gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. Beverly finds George. And it's George finishing it off.
Just phenomenal awareness by Beverly, just dishing the ball to the wide open man easily.
And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up for the Portland Trail Blazers, trailing by 5. There's 1:40 left now here in the second. Here's McCollum. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim.
That's high-quality defense right there. Reading the situation, reacting, and making that a very tough jump shot.
What strength from Leonard there. Not allowing the defense to get the best of it.
Lillard against Beverly. Lillard the pass to Covington. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
That's going to draw a whistle every time down the floor. Not even close to being a legal screen.
And he knows it, too. He tried to get away with it. Sometimes you do. That time he didn't.
And George kicks to Leonard. 59 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And there's only ever going to be one result when Kawhi's driving to the bucket, and it's going to be loud, and it's going to be painful.
Here's McCollum. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. This is his first free throw of the game.
Yeah, 76% from the line a season ago, and most would consider that to be a success.
Even though he's undersized, McCollum is just a tenacious scorer. He's a confident shooter that can catch fire quickly.
McCollum against George. Cousins trying to free himself up. A nice shot by George.
He'll take advantage of that kind of soft defense every time. Just give him a chance to attack the basket, and he will.
Lillard surveying the D. Trailblazers keep it alive.
Oh, how about the finesse there? Nice little gentle touch on the board.
And when you have that gentle touch, those tip-ins are easy to come by. Here's George. Leonard trying to break free. And that one's good. George. George has got the lead up to 9 now for Los Angeles. Powell with it. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. McCollum outside. Over Beverly. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater. And so it's Los Angeles, bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. And they've done a phenomenal job.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. From the get-go, it was the Clippers who came out strong. They were able to stretch out their lead to 8. And
we played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. You look at Paul George in this game, guys, he's been everywhere.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column? Through 2 quarters, he has been terrific.
This game has his fingerprints all over it. Now looking to replicate what he did in the first half.
DeMarcus Cousins out there with Ivica Zubac. Then it's Patrick Beverly. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now. A challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Yep, it goes, and the Clipper lead is cut down now to just 6 on the basket from Lillard. Clipper shooting has been wild, 76%. That's just unbelievable. Cousins, the pass to George. Leonard attacking. Zubac kicks to George. Another shot. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And the defense knows George can score from there, which is what forces them to kind of compromise at times defensively.
We know how important the draft is, Greg. It can shape an organization. Talk about some of the best draft day deals of the last couple decades. There have been a lot of them.
Oh, there have been a few. I mean, just coming to mind here recently, how about when Kawhi was traded to the Spurs? That was a huge get. Go back
George
to how about Kobe going to the Lakers, McHale and Parrish coming to the Celtics. I mean, we've seen that happen quite a bit, and I tell you what, boy, it can really transform a franchise's future.
Using incredible balance and mobility for his position, Nurkic drives all the way to the rim.
Outside, George. High post Cousins. Back to George. This one for 3. The putback. It's good on the putback.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
Trailblazers trail by 8. And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. Covington. And Covington stays with it. Covington's got 6.
You know, his positioning near the hoop, always to his advantage. Just a terrific job to tip that one back in.
Over in the corner, Zubac. George against McCollum. And he gets it to go. George has got 6 here in this quarter.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint. You're not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
A different look for the Clippers. Defense doesn't get much better than the mobile 1 block we just saw on replay.
And read the play perfectly. Gets himself in the air at the right moment. Terrific denial.
Lillard from outside, and Robert Covington picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Clippers leading by 8. Jackson passes to Kennard. Back to Jackson. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. McCollum against Kennard. And so it's McCollum. He'll bring it up for the Portland Trail Blazers. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Outstanding quickness and will. He keeps the D on their heels. He excels at drawing the foul on these drives.
The Trail Blazers shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game.
And when you look at their numbers from a season ago, 80% as a unit, that's something you'll be happy with.
Jackson up top, covered by Lillard. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Oh, come on. How great is Jackson at earning these calls, especially from the interior, where he is very crafty.
For the Trail Blazers.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
Trail Blazers trail by 8. Passes it to Simons. A minute 50 left in the third quarter. Back to Anthony. And there's the pass to Simons. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Now, that's the staple of Cantor's game. This guy has a knack for knowing how to come up with offensive boards.
Kennard, the pass to Ibaka. To the middle. And Cantor pulls it down. Cantor's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Hollis Jefferson kicks to Cantor. We've got 1:08 left to play in the third.
His offense has been non-existent tonight. This really hurts him.
Man passes to Jackson. Trying to get open is Ibaka. That one's not going to go. And it's Portland the other way. Lobs it up for Cantor.
They are just killing them on the interior.
There's 48 seconds left in the third quarter. Outside Jackson. Pass to Ibaka. Here's Man. He's covered by Cantor.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Well, come on, guys. Someone has to rotate over. Defensively, that's just poor communication.
They get the rebound. Here's Cantor. Here's Anthony. The 9-footer's on the mark. Anthony's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Continuing to show activity on the offensive glass. Second chance buckets have been huge.
Jackson drives in. Banked in off the glass.
Now, whenever Jackson is driving, the D is nervous. He is just brilliant at completing his drives to the rack.
Here's Simons. He got it up. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And as we end the third quarter, a great game. Both teams playing well. Clippers lead by 6. We'll be back shortly. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
This is where the NBA is headed. I mean, multi-dimensional big men. That was just a beautiful pass.
3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the fourth quarter. On the court for the Trailblazers, Anthony is out there with Rondé Hollis Jefferson. Then it's Enes Kanter. Then there's Derek Jones. And it's Simons in at the 1.
Terrific use of the catch-and-shoot jumper for Morris, catching the D flat-footed and torching them as a result.
Here's Simons. Trailblazers keep it alive.
And they get it back again. I mean, how many rebounds offensively have they had? Everything's going right for them today.
Jackson kicks to Kennard. To the inside. Stolen by Cantor. And now here comes Jones leading the break. And foul call. Looks like they had a clear path to the basket. He'll be shooting 2 free throws. And they'll retain possession. He hits the second from the line. So it's both teams making substitutions here. One minute now into this fourth quarter. Leonard against Powell. Over in the corner, Lillard. Looking to get back on track here. He lays it in.
He's been a different player since halftime. Coming on strong now.
Los Angeles leading by 3. Beverly dishes to George. Three-pointer. But they recover it. Cousins, the pass to Zubats. Back to Cousins. Covington with the steal. And now Portland on the break. Lillard against George. To tie it up. And Lillard gets it to go. Lillard's got the game tied up here for the Trailblazers.
And you can tell Lillard loves to test his range. I mean, he's showing how confident he is pulling the trigger.
Leonard attacking, and that one drops.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
This is why they go to him in these spots. I mean, they trust his judgment and ability to score down the stretch.
And it's Lillard missing.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
And there's the foul to try to stop the break, and that'll be a clear path to the basket. 2 free throws coming up, and they'll retain possession.
And you know, you go back to that horrific leg injury in Vegas back in 2014, and Paul George hasn't just made it back to the NBA. He's come back a better player.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Baca comes in for DeMarcus Cousins. And it's Luke Kennard in for Patrick Beverly. And Ibaka slams it in.
So agile. Ibaka able to quickly come up and set the screen, then quickly rolls into position for the score.
For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. A 3 from Leonard. Gets the three-pointer to fall. And it's a 9-point Clipper lead.
And busting it up the floor. Leonard showing a lot of energy on the fast break. If there's one thing he doesn't lack, it's hustle.
Lillard from outside. Nurkic kicks to Lillard. Pass to Powell. Back to Lillard. Just 4 to shoot. Powell with it. Will it go? Tips it. And Covington stays with it.
Oh, a nice tip in to salvage the points from that missed shot.
Yeah, and those second chance points can add up. .137 left here in the fourth quarter. That shot wide open. And the Clippers lead by 9.
Oh, as good as he is at creating his own shot, Kennard is also a solid distributor. Doesn't miss the open man when he spots him.
Lillard outside. And it's off from three-point range. And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. They lead by their biggest margin of the game, 9. From deep, George. Los Angeles keeps it going. A new 14-second shot clock. Here's Lillard. Here's McCollum. And that one is off. Empty that time from Leonard. The Clippers have gone 5 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Strong work at that end of the floor. Lillard against Kennard. And stolen by Lillard. And now Lillard pushing it up. No one back to stop him. Nurkic finds Covington. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
You know, this is the type of guy I like, from undrafted to a quality role player. I mean, he has heart. He's gotten better every year. Covington adds a lot to this team. He can let that thing fly, too. He's a fearless shooter.
They're this close to putting it away.
Yeah, they don't need to do anything special. Just take time off the clock.
George passes to Kennard. Back to George. Portland grabs the miss.
Not enough ticks left on the clock to save them tonight.
Well, it's tough, man. When you get to this point in the game, you fought hard, did your best, but it just wasn't enough.
Now Kennard. So the Clippers with the win. Probably a little closer than they... All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll wrap it up. Have looked any sharper as they came through the tunnel. So the next starting five. Griffin is out there with Jordan. And it's Durant. Then it's Harden. And it's Dinwiddie in at the shooting guard. And for the Trailblazers, pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Powell. And it's Nurkic in at the 5, roaming the paint. Now here's Harden. Not many teams have the personnel, Greg, to work the ball through the post, but that's what we're going to see plenty of tonight. These two teams can do it.
No doubt, Kevin. It can really add a dimension to your offense, and it creates different rotations defensively, especially when you've got someone down low that's going to demand a double team. And so I'm interested to see, in essence, some old school basketball in terms of how teams rotate out of that post.
I am too. So the Portland Trailblazers able to put the first points up on the board. Durant down low. Powell on him. A second chance effort. Kicks it out to Harden. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And it's Portland the other way. Passes to Powell. Nurkic with it. Guarded by Harden. And finished off by Nurkic.
And uses balance along with fluidity to finish at the rim. Nurkic is a unique big.
Now, here is Harden. And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. Dinwiddie's shot is off.
Early on, 3 misses to open the game. Their offense right now still trying to find its way. And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
And count it, the shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
There are very few any better than Harden at the and one. He's an expert. He looks for the contact, initiates it, gets it, and still finishes. You can't be too physical with him.
Lillard with it. Pass to Nurkic. From past the arc, and there's Lillard. That's good on the assist by Nurkic.
And this is peak Dame. Rising, firing, one of the more confident shooters we have in our game.
Harden outside. There's the dish to Jordan. Harden the pass to Durant. From deep. Shot clock at 5. 9 feet out. The Nets need to get a shot off here. Stolen by McCollum. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. Here's Covington. The rebound by the Nets. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Dinwiddie passes to Jordan. Here's Harden. The shot's good from Jordan.
Hey, when you're as big and strong as Jordan is, you expect to get hit. You expect contact. And Jordan doesn't let it bother him.
Now, here's Lillard. And the pass to Nurkic. Here's Powell. Kicks it to Lillard. And a miss there on the triple. And here we go. The fast break with Dinwiddie. Jordan finds Harden. And there's a minute 45 left in the first quarter.
Tremendous speed on the drive. Harden is consistent in attacking the basket.
Portland's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. McCollum outside. Pass to Lillard. Jacks up a 3. Here's Nurkic. Covington trying to break free. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Yeah, you know, Lillard has been so good at finding the open man, puts a lot of zip on his passes, and he knows he's responsible for getting his teammates the ball.
Now here's Harden. He's got 5. He kicks it to KD. Harden against Lillard. Takes a 3. And it's Durant missing. And so Lillard will bring it up for the Trailblazers. A 3 from McCollum. Knocks down the 3 ball. McCollum's got 5 now.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now here's Dinwiddie. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Harden kicks to KD. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Fast break. Here come the Trailblazers. And the dunk by Powell.
Offensively, McCollum sees the floor well. Not surprised to see him spot the open teammate.
Harden the pass to Griffin. Here's the teardrop. Harden's shot is off. And a wide open look for McCollum. And good. And it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Yeah, you get the sense that they're going to start stretching this lead out a little bit.
And so it's... Before the game, we talked with Damian Lillard. He had this to say when asked to...
I know that when the main guy...
He's willing to bear the brunt, and he's also looking out for others.
Great leadership. His teammates seem to rally around that, and it's why every team he's on is a difficult out.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And looking at what we've seen so far from the Trailblazers guys, what do you think?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, you look at the energy, the effort defensively, they put it all out there in that opening quarter.
On the court right now, second quarter starting for the Nets. We've got Brown. Harris is out there with Green. Then it's Kyrie Irving, and it's Claxton in at the 5 down low.
Hey, the skills of Kyrie are obvious, but what isn't so obvious is his underestimated strength.
Fires the 3. Portland with a new 14. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Simons, the pass to Cantor. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. And Brooklyn has possession. Nets trail by 9. Claxton the pass to Harris. Kicks to Irving. And Cantor pulls it down.
Man, I can't believe he blew that gimme, guys. Well, I know he's frustrated about that.
Jones dishes to Carmelo. Back to Jones. Unloads from 13. Misses off the right iron.
I tell you what, the defense should send Christmas cards for that miss.
Outside Irving. Inside. And he stuffs it. What a pass to set him up.
Irving showing you he's a frame ahead of his opponent with that nice imagination on offense.
Here's Simons. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. Can't get it to go. He's taken 2 and missed 2. The drive by Green, stolen by Cantor. One-on-one fast break. Here's Simons. It's good. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the Trailblazers.
They've come out in attack mode on the defensive end. They've applied pressure and forcing turnovers.
They've gotten their fair share of points off turnovers so far tonight, too.
Brooklyn with the ball. Portland making their last shot. Green kicks to Irving. He trains it as the shot clock ticks down. Irving's got 4 points now in the quarter. Greg, you showed toughness and grit when you played. You've got to succeed in this league with those things at the forefront, right? Being tough, being gritty. And there are several players whose style you admire to play like.
I mean, no doubt about it. You have the superstars, the Kawhis and LeBrons, who continue to do it. They can intimidate you physically, but they also provide tremendous skill set. But two other guys, Russell Westbrook, Jimmy Butler, they're also guys that exemplify that toughness. You know, two guys, when you look at those two, a lot of people didn't project them to be what they've become, and it's impressive to watch them take the floor night in and night out.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Alton.
Well, guys, we all know that there are some people who dislike James Harden's style of play. They're bored watching him shoot free throws. He said, "I see how teams guard me and find ways to exploit it. I just outthink the game, and I'm faulted for it." Kevin, that may be, but it's hard to argue with the results. Back to you.
You're right. One of the top scorers in league history, David. Thanks for that report. And Lillard kicks to McCollum. Beyond the arc. Buries the long-range jumper. McCollum's got 10.
I don't think the range surprises anyone anymore. CJ can shoot the lights out from any position.
And the jam by Harden.
Man, he sure can get off the floor.
He's one of the best in the business, absolutely.
Boy, he makes it look easy. He is an absolutely imposing finisher around the rim.
Nurkic, Jordan with some nice D.
And when he first came into the league, Blake Griffin's dunking made headlines. And while I'm sure he enjoyed that, he was also eager to show that there was more to his game.
So he gets them both.
And Blake Griffin is just an incredible athlete, explosive and great balance and mobility, powerful. A big guy who can flat out throw it down, and he also can pass it too.
And so Griffin will bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. They trail by 6. Durant down low. Defended by Covington. And KD the bucket on the assist by Harden.
Hey, we know Harden can score, but he also has great vision.
And the foul on Harden. That's his first foul.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
Yeah, he was one step late that time.
Covington with the bucket.
Oh, Covington really is fantastic at getting his arms high in the air when he's attempting a shot inside. Really gives the defense no chance to catch up to it or get to it.
Now Durant. For 3. And that would have counted, but his Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello. And no doubt that C.J. McCollum's a great player all the time. But Shaq. And that does it for our half.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. You know, C.J. McCollum has been exceptional here, guys.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
And you know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. On the court right now for the Trailblazers, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Powell in at the 3 spot. And here is Durant after Damian Lillard was able to get the 3 to go. Offensive rebound and slam dunk by Jordan.
Well, I like how Jordan embraces his role on this team. I mean, it's all about rebounding and putbacks for him at the offensive end.
And a deep 3 from Lillard. Kevin Durant with the rebound. Nets trail by 7. Feeds to Jordan. Out to KD. Lets it go with the 3. And the rebound by Nurkic. Nurkic has got 4 rebounds in this game.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
Dinwiddie finds Harden. They get a hand on it and stolen by Lillard. here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. Stolen by Harden. And here's the fast break. Jordan leading the way. Nurkic with the block. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. McCollum with the ball. The shot by Powell, no good.
That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half.
And KD, here we go.
Well, that dribble gives KD the momentum he needs, and you can see his teammates already loading up with smiles as he explodes to the cup.
Lillard looking around. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way. Lillard's got 8.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
And here's Harden for 3. Jordan. And there's Jordan putting it right back in.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Now here's Lillard. 8 points for him. And it's Griffin with the rebound.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Jordan the pass to KD. Good D by Covington.
You know, he looks a little off kilter to me this quarter, still trying to find his rhythm.
And it's denied.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
I certainly do. You know, I like to see guys do their work inside. Their rebounding has been excellent, and that's always important in a close game.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. Irving drives in. It's deflected, and he gets it back. Green dishes to Irving. From outside the arc. The shot that time not on target. So the Trailblazers will take it the other way. And that one's good, Anthony. Anthony's got his first bucket in this one.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And you know, you're gonna get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
Now, here is Irving. It's stolen by Anthony. Here's the break. Here's Simons. The fast break ends at the rim with a jam.
Just rubbing it in their faces with that number.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
And that's terribly demoralizing for a defense, guys. I mean, they know he's going to keep coming and coming and coming, and that they may not have an answer for it.
Pass to Simons. And it's Anthony at the elbow. Brooklyn with the rebound. Brown outside. Nobody near Irving. And the Nets miss again. Trailblazers leading by 9. Jones finds Hollis Jefferson. Back to Canner. Outside, Jones. Pass to Carmelo. And Jones with the stuff.
There it is, guys. One of those effort plays that makes a big difference in the game.
And GA, it is definitely making a difference so far today.
Well, you know, if you're not going to take care of the defensive glass, it's going to be hard to come away with the win.
Nets trail by 12. Now here's Irving. And so it's the Portland Trailblazers enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. On the court for the Nets getting the fourth quarter going. Harris is out there with Green. Then there's Brown. Then it's Kyrie Irving. And it's Claxton in at the center position. Lillard outside. They get it again. Nurkic kicks the foul. Buries it from three-point range. Powell's got the lead up to 13 now for the Trailblazers.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Well, when you look at the assist total, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
Greg, as a point guard, you must have had so much fun being surrounded by so much terrific talent at UNLV.
You know, Larry Johnson, Stacey Augmon, I mean, I could go on. And you're right, I was blessed to play alongside these guys. They were incredible talents, finishers. And, you know, you don't always appreciate it going through that moment, but the fact that we're all still close and stay in contact, man, what an awesome experience to be a part of that team.
Chemistry must have been off the charts on that team.
It was, and we had a lot of personalities, man. It was a different era back then, but I tell you, again, I wouldn't trade that experience for anything.
The pass to Lillard. He feeds it to Covington, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back.
Costly error there. We'll see how they rebound from that miscue.
Well, you know what? Their wounds are self-inflicted. I mean, you've got to play much smarter than that.
Powell, the pass to McCollum. The feed to Covington. Rebound, Brooklyn. Jordan's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
No easy way to hold KD down. He's slick, he's slippery, he's smooth with the ball. That's why he draws fouls.
Portland with the ball. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Lillard against Harden. Now here's Lillard. He's tightly guarded. Powell for three. And it's Griffin with the rebound. Nets trail by 10. The drive by KD. Good on the shot, and that shaves the lead to single digits.
Well, I love the speed that Durant has. I mean, fantastic at slashing into the paint and scoring right at the rim. That length of stride of his and his speed, lethal combination.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Those are always tough to judge, but I think the official got that one right.
Lillard with it. He's picked up by Jordan. It's good.
And with his skill, Nurkic can score from anywhere on the court, but when you're 280, his skills probably better utilized inside.
Harden dishes to KD. To the paint. Ball's knocked loose. Nurkic with the steal. Lillard against Harden. Lillard the pass to Covington. Lillard outside. McCollum outside. Clock is at 3. Portland needs to get off a shot. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there. Earned those free throws.
The Nets making a switch here. Irving's checked in. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. And so it's Harden bringing it up for the Brooklyn Nets. A 12-point game. From deep. Portland grabs the miss. Nurkic has got 7 rebounds in the game.
And there's no doubt about this one. Playing with a lot of confidence tonight. It's a statement victory for Portland.
Not only did they shoot the ball better, but they had more assists.
Yeah, I thought the passing in terms of finding the open man gave them the higher percentage shots. The ball movement was key for the win.
And you know, guys, what a nice performance it was for Jusuf Nurkic.
Tell you what, this guy worked his behind off on both ends of the floor. He was really an intimidating presence out there.
Got that bucket in no time at all. And the Trailblazers lead by 15.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
And I think they can start that celebration right now. I mean, what a terrific team victory.
Here's KD. And they get it. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. It's McCollum on the wing, defended by Griffin. And here's McCollum. Pass to Lillard. From deep three-point range, offline. And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it up for Greg.